USAA knows dynamic duos can save the day, like superheroes and sidekicks or auto and home insurance. With USAA, you can bundle your auto and home and save up to 10%. Learn more and get a quote at USAA.com/bundle. Restrictions apply.
Raise the rudders! Raise the sails! Raise the sails!
Captain, an unidentified ship is approaching. Over.
Roger. Wait, is that an enterprise sales solution?
Reach sales professionals, not professional sailors. With LinkedIn ads, you can target the right people by industry, job title, and more. We'll even give you a $100 credit on your next campaign. Get started today at linkedin.com/results. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey, it's Paris. You know I love sparkly things, right? Like stars. Duh. And thanks to Hilton and AutoCamp, I just slept under them. Picture me, serving looks by the fire outside my luxurious Airstream, making s'mores with the kids, while a national park is our backdrop. The great outdoors meets Hilton hospitality. That's hot. Explore all the new ways to stay at Hilton.com. Hilton for the stay.
With a major selection of the looks your kiddos love, starting at just $4 in the Walmart app, a new school year means a stylish new them. Who knew? Find skater skirts and Crocs that say, I'm casual but cool. Sparkly sneakers that say, it's my classroom, you're just learning in it. And preppy polos that say, I'm the teacher's pet, even if they're mommy's menace at home. Find their favorite styles starting at just $4 in the app. The Walmart you thought you knew is now new.
Not all meals are created equal. For instance, breakfast has the spicy egg McMuffin for a limited time, and lunch doesn't. McDonald's breakfast comes first. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Leadership Redefined, looking beyond traditional models to thrive in today's complex world. Abstract. This article explores alternative leadership models needed to guide organizations in today's complex, dynamic environments. Outdated command and control styles are failing modern leaders, and extensive research into cutting-edge approaches and insights from visionary practitioners are redefining 21st century leadership.
Got some good news for your ears. More of that good stuff is coming up. And even better news for your hair. The best hair care is at Sephora. They've got all kinds of products for every kind of hair. From brands like Amika, Kerastase, Day, and K18. You knew where to get great audio. Now, you know where to get great hair care, too. Sephora. Good news for great hair. Shop hair care now at Sephora.com.
This episode is brought to you by Nespresso Virtual Coffee Machines. Ready to enjoy the bold flavors of barista-quality Nespresso iced coffee at home? Simply fill a glass with ice and press the brew button on your virtual pop machine to enjoy rich double espressos roasted to stand up even when chilled. Refreshingly bold iced coffee. Refreshingly easy to make at home. Visit Nespresso.com to shop now.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. With the price of just about everything going up, we thought we'd bring our prices down. So to help us, we brought in a reverse auctioneer, which is apparently a thing.
Mint Mobile Unlimited Premium Wireless. How to get 30, 30, bit to get 30, bit to get 20, 20, 20, bit to get 20, 20, bit to get 15, 15, 15, 15, just $15 a month? Sold! Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
My cat Freddie loves to be brushed and cuddled. But stirring up his cat allergens meant sneezing and itchy eyes. Then I found Purina One Live Clear. It's cat food that reduced the major allergen and my suffering in as little as 21 days. Now, we feel closer than ever. If you have issues with cat allergens, you really need to try Purina One Live Clear.
Try new Purina One Live Clear today. Purina One, a difference from day one.
This episode is sponsored by Friskies, who would like to tell your cats hi. Now, if that didn't get your cat's attention, there is one thing that always does the trick. Just pour some Friskies crunchy food in the bowl and you'll hear those paws come running. Works every time. With so many Friskies choices, you can always bring your cats running from their secret napping spots. There's always more to explore. See for yourself at Friskies.com or visit your local store.
AI is moving fast. So fast, it's hard to keep up. In fact, in ServiceNow's latest AI Maturity Index, scores dipped 20% from last year. But that's okay, because AI isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. You may be behind today, but tomorrow you could be a pace setter. Dive into ServiceNow's AI Maturity Index and see how you can innovate as fast as your ambitions. Visit servicenow.com/AI maturity.
Learning through play starts with Lego Duplo. With Lego Duplo, toddlers can develop real-life skills while having fun with colorful bricks made just for them. Large, easy to grip, and safe to explore. When children express themselves with Lego Duplo, they build patience, problem-solving, and empathy. See your child learn perseverance and self-expression with everything they imagine and create. Visit lego.com/preschool to learn more.
Here at the Almond Joy Factory, where tropical vibes abound, we use soft, fresh-tasting coconut.
The crunchiest almonds and delicious chocolate candy.
Ah, but do you know what our most important ingredient is? Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Sometimes you don't.
Almond Joy's got nuts and something even way better than that. Yes, Almond Joy is made with almonds and joy.
Jif peanut butter. It's that jiffing good, it doesn't really need advertising. So instead, enjoy the calming sounds of the ocean.
Jif. It's that jiffing good. Get your Jif at jif.com.
Hey, this is Bill Simmons from the Bill Simmons Podcast, here to help you make the most of your summer with Michelob Ultra, a superior light beer worth playing for. Play for it with the guys when you're competing to see who can sink more birdies on the golf course, because winning tastes even better with Ultra on the line. Play for Ultra. Fill your fridge with Michelob Ultra this summer. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
This episode is brought to you by Hyundai. Get into the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event and get away with a deal so right, it almost feels wrong. Because right now, you can save big on their most popular models, including SUVs like the Hyundai Santa Fe and Santa Fe Hybrid, and the all-electric Ioniq 5 and Ioniq 6. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Visit HyundaiUSA.com. Offers end September 2nd, 2025.
Are your business expenses playing hide and seek? With Uber for Business, the small spends that slip through the cracks, like rides and meals, go right where you need them. Because it integrates with leading expense platforms, you can say goodbye to surprise costs, missing dollars, or chasing receipts. Everything's track downable. Uber for Business. Make small steps that make a big impact. Learn more at uber.com/small steps.
Arguing that traditional hierarchical, top-down leadership is ill-suited for organizations operating in complex and rapidly changing contexts where distributed workforces and rapid change are the norm. And instead, truly great leaders foster self-organized, collaborative cultures that cultivate in organizations collective intelligence by sharing influence, empowering diverse stakeholders through transparency and autonomy, and focusing on continuous learning through experimentation and feedback, as well as cultivating networked connections laterally rather than rigid silos, and treating people as partners unified by shared purpose to strengthen resilience and agility. Finally, the article provides recommendations for empowering cross-functional teams and distributing leadership to fully leverage an organization's talents amid uncertainty. Over the many years of my professional life as an academic and consultant, I've witnessed firsthand how outdated leadership models fail to equip leaders for the challenges of our dynamic times. Throughout my graduate studies and professional career, I've dove deep into the literature on cutting-edge leadership approaches and had the privilege of learning from visionary individuals rewriting the rules of 21st century leadership. Today we will explore what truly great leaders do to thrive in complexity and guide organizations to sustainable success. Rethinking leadership in a complex world. The landscape of the modern workplace has shifted dramatically in recent decades. Organizations now operate in a VUCA, volatile, uncertain, Complex and ambiguous, world where the only constant is constant change, Bennett and Lemoine. 2014. Distributed workforces, interconnected global networks. Rapid technological disruption and compressed decision cycles mean leaders can no longer rely solely on top-down direction and control, Yulbian et al. 2007. The adaptive challenges we face demand new approaches. As complexity theorists note, leadership in such environments is less about having all the answers and more about cultivating an organization's collective intelligence to address unpredictable problems. Snowden and Boone. 2007. Great leaders enable self-organization rather than viewing leadership hierarchically. The most effective leaders see themselves as part of an interdependent system and focus on distributing influence throughout the organization. Marion and Yulbian. 2001. They understand that in complex adaptive systems, top-down control inhibits emergence and minimizes the exchange of diverse perspectives needed for innovation. Yulbian and Marion. 2009. Great leaders foster an environment where self-organization and spontaneous problem-solving can occur by diverse agents throughout the network. As the VP of People at a global technology firm shared with me, my role isn't to make all the decisions but to create the conditions where the whole company is leading. Facilitating learning over commanding control instead of directives. Modern leaders ask probing questions, actively listen to varied viewpoints, and seek to understand different mental models. Snowden and Boone. 2007. As the head of a major hospital system told me, the challenges we face are too intricate for any one person to understand fully. So I focus on tapping into our collective intelligence. Leaders facilitate learning and knowledge sharing across boundaries rather than insulating themselves with yes men, Hefetz. 1994. Through open discussion and experimentation, they help diverse stakeholders reinvent dominant narratives and solutions. Uccle. 2010. As one educator explained, my job isn't to have all the answers but to guide reflective discussion that surfaces our best thinking. Adapting through iterative trial and feedback rather than prescriptive plans. Effective leaders develop a shared sense of purpose and direction while encouraging agile, adaptive paths forward. As the founder of a global nonprofit said, we start small. Learn quickly from doing, and adjust together based on changing needs and learnings rather than sticking rigidly to predetermined plans. Leaders help organizations experiment rapidly, learn through iterative trial. Routinely gather diverse perspectives on progress and challenges, and redirect collectively in response to emerging insights and conditions. Hefetz. Grahau and Linsky, 2009. Continuous improvement and evolution become the norm rather than programmed targets and timelines. Building networked resilience through diversity and redundancy, recognizing that disruption is inevitable. Modern leaders strengthen organizational resilience by cultivating networked ecosystems rather than siloed structures. Kaufman. 1995. They appreciate that diversity of thought, expertise, and experience builds robustness, while interdependence and overlap between specialized units allows for nimble reconfiguration in response to stressors. Snowden and Boone. 2007. As the CEO of a global manufacturer shared, rather than operating as isolated verticals, we connect teams laterally so problems can be addressed from varied angles throughout the company, drawing on our collective strengths. This networked approach distributes influence, information, and autonomy in ways that fortify the whole, leading through empowerment and purpose, not control rather than clinging to power. Contemporary leaders share ownership, treating people as colleagues not subordinates. Kuzis and Posner. 2012. They empower teams through autonomy, transparency, and clearly defined outcomes rather than top-down mandates and micromanaging mechanics. Lelou. 2014. With a collaborative spirit and shared higher purpose, People across levels work interdependently as partners in success, Collins and Porras. 2002. As a head of engineering at a tech startup explained, I empower cross-functional squads with purpose and transparency rather than directive procedures so they can tackle challenges creatively as true stakeholders. A personal reflection on leadership evolution reflecting on my own leadership journey. I've come to recognize the limitations of traditional command and control models I was trained in. Early in my career, leading felt synonymous with having answers and exerting will. But through experiences facilitating complex problem-solving efforts, I learned the value of cultivating shared understanding over unilateral directives. Developments in network science and complexity theory have reinforced for me the importance of fostering an integrated learning culture where self-organized teams can emerge solutions organically. In my consulting practice, I've guided countless organizations transitioning from mechanistic to organic structures and witnessed firsthand the liberating impacts of distributing influence, transparency and ownership. Leaders initially fearful of losing control come to appreciate how empowering diverse stakeholders unleashes far greater collective intelligence and agility. While the path of evolution is not straightforward, every client who embraced more collaborative approaches reported tangible benefits of increased innovation, engagement and resilience. Personally, letting go of the reins to empower cross-functional partners has been immensely rewarding. Distributing responsibility has multiplied our strength to tackle challenges from more angles while fostering true collaboration. I feel energized guiding diverse perspectives toward shared outcomes rather than exhaustively dictating top-down answers. Whereas leadership once felt synonymous with directive authority, my experience underscores that in complexity, great leaders cultivate an environment where people throughout can lead. Practical implications for organizational leaders. So, what do great leaders really do to thrive in today's complex world? Based on research and experience, I believe the most impactful leaders focus on cultivating collaborative cultures of continuous learning, empowerment and purpose over top-down control. Here are a few practical recommendations for organizational leaders seeking to adopt more contemporary approaches. Rethink structures for self-organization. Evaluate how work is structured to encourage emergent problem-solving across boundaries rather than inhibit it through silos. Look for ways to distribute influence, autonomy, and information laterally. Cultivate a learning mindset. Make reflection, feedback, and knowledge-sharing daily habits rather than one-off events. Foster open forums where diverse perspectives can surface new insights together continuously. Empower purpose-driven teams. Give cross-functional squads autonomy over outcomes rather than top-down process directives. Ensure clear mission impact but let teams define optimal paths. Get comfortable with uncertainty. Embrace emergence, iterative trial and error, and acceptance that the future is unpredictable rather than clinging to premeditated plans. Build networked connections. Cross-pollinate ideas, talent, and resources laterally rather than through rigid hierarchy. Strengthen interdependencies to fortify capacity for adaptation. Lead through empowerment, not control. Share ownership, treating people as partners rather than subordinates. Distribute leadership responsibilities to tap fuller collective talent pool. Conclusion: evolving models of leadership are essential for competitiveness in the VUCA era. By cultivating self-organized, diverse networks, and focusing on an environment of continuous learning and empowerment, contemporary leaders can better thrive amid uncertainty and complexity. The most impactful shift from traditional models is realizing that in today's world, great leadership is as much about empowering others throughout an organization to lead as exerting individual will from the top.